Hey everyone, today we're going to use the BOSS VO-1 Vocoder to sound a bit like a saxophone or an organ or a 90s synthesizer or even a lo-fi radio just by sending the dry guitar straight back out into the mic input using a TRS to XLR cable. So here's the guitar, but here is the saxophone. And for what it's worth, it's polyphonic. So with the whole band, and you would only need to change the way you sort of strum and pick and play. Obviously better for some sort of finger style, but if you are going to use a pick and sort of tremolo pick or anything like that, you can still get some interesting textures. Let me lose the octave. Can get sort of ring moddy if you go super low and super high at the same time. But overall, you know, that's pretty satisfying, I gotta say. Yeah, so that's the saxophone literally feeding it two guitars, the identical signal, input and mic. Now let's try the advanced mode, and here's where we can get our organ sort of sounds. And again, you can still adjust the color or the sort of gender, if you will. Sort of some weird harmonics coming up there. This one really does sound a little bit ring moddy when you start playing chords. But depending on what chord, it's really satisfying. And that's fun. You can even make it sound a bit more hardcore because it's atonal in a way. A little bit Dracula-ish. So let's try masculinize the color. Just sounds a bit more dull, right? So ease that up a bit. And obviously this thing is sort of doing what I'm doing with my voice right now, where it sounds like I'm speaking lower, but I'm actually speaking in the exact same tone. Or if I thought it was like a chipmunk, then you'd obviously know that it's actually still the exact same note I'm talking in. It just changes the way the vowels sort of interact, and that's because of the filters that they have on board here. Okay, so yeah, it's doing either a chipmunk or a super low rave, just using the color knob, and it's doing that to a guitar, so obviously this is even more chipmunky, and this is even more sort of playing a record super slow. Alright, and let's try out the talkbox mode. So this might be kind of useful if you are hoping to do a radio sort of section, or open up your album before you drop in the bass and the drums and everything. And drop the bass. Okay, or a momentary lo-fi radio like you might get before the before the chorus in some sort of metal song, which I can't really do, but yeah. I mean, it's a very tinny distortion, but can be kind of satisfying. Maybe add in some bass with the OC5 here. You can find a few other tones, I guess. In this mode, color would be the distortion, so there's a lot less distortion, so let's bring up the tone. We won't be so abrasive. Great, okay. Another amazing sound. You can blend the guitar in. That's sort of how this would work, obviously. Dry guitar only. And full blend of the affected signal where the mic is sort of shaping the input. And bear in mind the mic is the guitar signal shaping the input, which is also a guitar signal, the identical guitar signal. So yeah, let's just leave it fully clockwise. And yeah, let's see what else is fun. So like I said, you've got this amazing saxophone. Bear in mind, the mic is sort of trying to interpret what's going on. It's expecting a vocal microphone, and it's getting a guitar, a polyphonic guitar. So this is obviously a polyphonic input. This pedal is designed to be able to take your chords and shape them with your vowels from your mouth. And in this case, it's now trying to shape it with all sorts of notes from a guitar. So it's getting a bit confused, kind of like I said, it sounds a bit ring-moddy. Imagine a monophonic synthesizer pedal trying to cope with multiple notes. Well, that's what this pedal is trying to cope with at the mic input. It's saying, this is the weirdest vocal I've ever heard. Alright, it's a weird tinny guitar, but I can try. And succeed really well, because like I said, it doesn't matter that it's glitching out, it's just trying to shape the notes at the input with the frequencies and the changes at the mic input. Just like with FM synthesis, there is a modulator signal and there is this carrier signal from the guitar itself at the input, and I'm just making the modulator signal identical to the input, aren't I? Alright, yeah, that's it's faux FM synthesis, so that's pretty cool. And we can make some other genres, of course. Let's try get out a drum kit that's a bit more dancey, and let's get those 90s rave chords going, and we can make some cool music. Okay, I need a bit more techno. Genre will work if you want to just have a basic synth backing you up. Let's try a little bit of drum and bass maybe. And that organ, I guess, could work in any other genre. I mean, let's think of Future Bass would love a saxophone. So there you have it. Those are pretty much some amazing sounds. Saxophones, synths, organs, a lo-fi radio, and that's just by feeding the VO1 its own signal, well, its own dry guitar send signal back into the mic. So yeah, I really hope you enjoy that, and if you want to hear more crazy guitar experiments, don't be shy, subscribe, let me know what you want to hear. I'm always open to experimenting with cool new ideas, especially if you have one just about this combination. If you change the way you alter the guitar that's coming back into the mic, there are some interesting changes, but give me some ideas. Thanks so much for watching, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one.